Hello, eavesdroppers. Welcome back to another pop culture tarot reading. I hope you all are feeling like $1,000,000. Happy Sunday to you all. On today's episode, we are going to look into the mysterious, forbidden Antarctica. What are they hiding? Now that the ice wall seems to be melting, what will it reveal? Is there something behind that ice wall that they were protecting us from? What are the secrets behind the ice wall of the Antarctic? Everything I say in this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, so take it with a grain of salt because I have no proof. Let's get into it. First card I pulled here is cruelty. When I ask what is in Antarctica that they're trying to prevent from escaping, we have cruelty, brutality, inhumanity, barbarity and savagery, mercilessness, atrocity, heartlessness, and callousness, as well as ruthlessness. And whatever this thing is, because it feels to be some kind of entity, some kind of living, breathing entity, it says it's the mastermind. It is a virtuoso, a wizard, an intellect, and possesses exceptional mental, creative, or intellectual power. It is genius level intellect. Wow. So whatever's behind that ice wall has the potential to harm humanity since it is inhumane. And it does have some level of intellect that would make it very dangerous for it to escape into the outside world. Now, I also want to say here, this could mean that for some of us, there's some intelligence back there, some level of intelligence that would make us realize just how barbaric and brutal, our government and the world that we live in has been towards us. We may crack some kind of code if we were able to see beyond that ice wall. All right. Whatever this is being mandated by the government, an official order or command or clear authorization given by a higher authority or by voters to a group or leader. It says this is an order of permission or to require something. So there's a mandate for us not to see beyond that ice wall. The ice wall is melting tremendously. And so whatever's back there may be about to make its grand appearance. I am going to look and see if this is at all connected to CERN. The bunkers that they're saying that these so-called elite have to run and hide from something that's coming to Earth because that wall is melting very quickly. If what we see online is to be believed, it feels like there may be something that may be about to emerge here. Whatever it is saying it's at home. Okay. So it's in its own home. Whatever this thing is, it says there's a residence. Could also be another land. Maybe this is something that is becoming more inhabitable now that this ice wall is melting. Maybe this used to be, where people would live and thrive. It says it's a safe space filled with comfort, family, and a sense of belonging. And then I said, well, who does it belong to? Whose home? And we get the word Trump. However, this means to surpass, to override, or to defeat something, to beat the standard and to outdo. I want to say I feel a mixture, a combination of emotions when I look at these cards. I feel like this is not just some evil force. I'm not saying that it can't be something dangerous, but maybe it was kept back there to prevent it from dealing with the powers that be over here that don't belong in power. Let's look a little bit deeper. So Spirit, show me more about this life on the other side of this ice wall. What are they trying to hide from us? We get optics, public perception, face value, appearance, and a political spin. Wow. First impressions, looks, and visuals. So there's something visibly over there, and they're putting a political spin on it. Show me more. They want to control public perception with a political spin. And we have allegedly a claim that is said to be true but has yet to be proven, used when there is no final proof or court decision. So there's speculation about what's back there, but nobody knows for sure until we can actually lay our eyes on it. They're trying to prevent us from being able to see over there. I always wondered, that's the ice wall naturally formed due to some kind of cataclysmic event. But Spirit, show me, why is the ice wall there? We have dense, thick, compact, crowded, packed, heavy, solid, complex, impenetrable. Listen to that. Deep, obtuse, slow, and hard-headed. It's to prevent us from being able to get over there. This may have been for our own greater good. Well, like I said, the greater good of those who run this world, the powers that shouldn't be. We also have a pandemic. So some kind of worldwide outbreak with widespread plague. I'm sorry, a worldwide outbreak, widespread plague, epidemic contagion, and global and pervasive. So there's something over there that could harm us as far as some kind of germ warfare. Wow. Wow. So what does it benefit the powers that be on this side of the ice wall from that getting out? We have activated because something will be triggered, energized, initiated, powered, and sparked and charged up. I feel like that's us. Is that us? Is that the people, the masses being activated? We have found, yes, there will be something that we find over there, something within ourselves that will be activated and charged up. So it feels to me like they intentionally did something. I don't know how. Maybe that's, again, why the CERN machine was even created. I mean, I know the ice wall is old. It predates the CERN machine, obviously, but I do feel like there has been technology even before that that could have caused that ice wall. What caused the ice wall? We have a partnership, a team. So there was a group of people or a team of entities, could be spiritual, and we have peace of mind. Okay. So I feel like, like I said before, there's a combination of energy here. It's like, on some level, it's to protect us from something. But I don't feel like it was really to protect us. I feel like it was to protect the powers that be. There's some kind of intelligence on the other side of that ice wall, or at least it used to be. I don't know if it survived, but it used to be. It could be dormant now. Is it still alive? We have spiritual laws, universal principles, metaphysical divine law, and sacred precepts, fundamental truths, sacred codes, and natural order and guiding principles. There's some kind of intelligence over there, y'all, that they're trying to keep us from. Show me more. They have unfiltered, raw, unprocessed, unrefined, uncensored, unedited, candid, and direct. There's some information that's very truthful, and I feel like enlightening over there. I do think there's a danger. I'm not going to say there's not a danger. It could be something that existed long ago, some kind of contagion or germ warfare, like I said, that could escape and it could be frozen there, and it melting might be a disaster. But I still feel it's a combination. I don't think it was always bad. I think whatever is over there was a threat to the powers that be over here. Yeah, we have opportunistic, capitalizing, taking advantage, seizing an opportunity, and we have decaying, and that wall is decaying, rotting, decomposing, disintegrating, dilapidated, declining, waning, growing weak, or getting smaller. And we have some responsibility here. We have responsible and we have unskilled, lacking special training, experience, or technical qualifications, a job that requires little to no formal training to perform. Who's responsible for this? We have ethical, moral, virtuous, honorable, principled, and just, and we have territorial. Like I said before, this feels like it's the government. I don't know what kind of technology they could have employed that could have made this happen. But we have regional, local, provincial, jurisdictional, defensive, protective, possessive, controlling behaviors over a specific physical space, relationship, role, or concept. So again, it feels like they're trying to justify with this ethical, moral, and virtuous card here that they did it for the greater good of humanity, because whatever's over there could pose a threat, whether that's germ warfare or an actual entity or multiple entities. Something is on the other side of that wall that does embody some kind of high intelligence, some genius level intelligence that they don't want us tapping into. And that's the bottom line. That entity or that germ warfare could have even been put over there to prevent them from being able to assess that information. Wasn't meant for us to get the information. Isn't meant for us to know what's over there. We have a domain, fields, realms, or spheres, territories, or kingdoms, a region, province, empire, estate, dominion, and an occupied or controlled land or territory. You cannot make this up. And we have captivity. There's something that they're keeping captive over there. Imprisonment, confinement, incarceration, bondage, internment, enslavement, Servitude, custody, detention, restraint, being held back or controlled so you can't move freely. There's something back there that they're trying to prevent from moving forward, y'all. This is weird. There's some kind of sounds that come from there. I don't know what sounds. Let's look it up. I'm very curious what sounds these could be. What kind of sounds does Antarctica make? And this is just a matter of time. So what sounds come out of Antarctica historically? Because it has to be something. This card came out. So Antarctica provides a dramatic acoustic mix of howling winds, cracking and singing ice shelves, otherworldly marine mammal calls, and noisy animal colonies, alongside rare moments of profound absolute silence. Oh, that's eerie. You have a volcanic hiss, a strange repeating quacking sound like a duck that's heard underwater for decades. Wow. And it's been traced to the mink whales communicating beneath the ice. Oh, there's a lot of life over there. We have mesmerizing alien-like ultrasonic trills, whistles, buzzes, and body-shaking thumps beneath the frozen surface. Wow, yo, there's something big over there. Startling loud racket, squawking, and trumpeting penguins. A lot of high winds and distant jet engine. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's see a little bit more. It says some kind of eerie electromagnetic sounds of space. This is eerie. What is back there? We have consistency and repetitious effort. There's something that's trying to come out. And it goes deep. We have deep. But whatever this is, it's not surface level. Once this ice melts, I believe there's a lot of life force under there. I don't know how it's surviving in the ice, but it is. We have custody, and we have accounts. So there have been descriptions, explanations, and versions of story and recollections and testimonies, a narrative about what's been going on over there, but it's being kept safe in custody of government. We do have detention again, confinement, imprisonment, to hold in possession or, to hold in possession of someone or something. So there's a lot that has not come out. The little bit that we know is nothing. We have weak, and we have non-hybrid. Non-hybrid is an unmixed, true, thoroughbred, standard, conventional, traditional breed from the parents of the same breed or variety. So Spirit is saying that these entities, these beings, this life over there, whether that's the mammals, the aquatic life, whatever's over there, it is not weak, and it is still purebred. There has been no mixing. These are non-hybrids. Wow, this feels kind of scary. And we have broken at the bottom of the deck. Let's pull from this deck here. Anything else we can learn about wow, we have the Antichrist. An arch friend, a demon or supreme adversary of good. The devil, false messiah, false Christ, anyone who denies the Father and the Son. And we have a paper trail. So again, there's a long documented history here. There's written accounts of what is over there. And we have scarcity, a shortage, a lack, of insufficiency, deficiency, and not having enough of what you need. That may be why the wall is melting, because they're ready to come out and explore and get maybe resources from somewhere else. Okay, it says something missing or absent, not enough in size or amount, or a small or low count, a state of being not enough, incomplete, in poverty. I also feel like there's a lack of information. We don't know everything. The little bit that we do know is nothing. We have audacity. Whatever's over there has nerve. And we have an intruder. Wow. And whatever it is, it has the advantage. It has the upper hand, a favorable circumstance, a state of superiority, or something that increases your chance of success. Wow. I have one more deck here I'm going to pull from. Then I'll get a little bit of tarot. Spirit, show me what's going on behind that ice wall. What are they hiding? Secrets of Antarctica. We have the hidden motive. Explore underlying motives behind actions or decisions. Consider what drives people to act in certain ways and how these motives may influence the situation. Look for deeper layers of meaning. We have the word deep here. So whatever this is, it goes much deeper. The rabbit hole goes deep. We have eyes. Whatever it is, it has the ability to see. This is a very huge eye that's actually able to see the whole of the planet. It looks like the all-seeing eye. This eye symbolizes observation, awareness, and perception. It suggests clearer understanding is emerging. Wow, so we're about to learn what's over there. Your intuition is sharpening, urging you to look beyond the surface and uncover hidden truths. The appearance of the eye invites you to see through illusions as deeper insights await. So whatever's over there is much deeper than what they're telling us. Give me a few more here. Let's get an Illuminati card. We have controlled opposition. Beware of those who appear to be fighting for change, but are secretly controlled by the very powers they uphold. The voices of controlled opposition aim to divert true revolution and maintain the status quo. They're trying to stop something over there from giving us some kind of enlightenment, opening up that third eye. Our own all-seeing eye. We have fake alien invasion. There you go. Y'all know they've been talking about this a lot. It says here, the sky may be filled with strange lights, which has been happening a lot, and spectacles, but the truth lies far beneath the surface. Question everything, for not all visitors from above are enemies. I told you, I feel like whatever's over there is some high level of intelligence that actually wants to help humanity, but may be misunderstood and can still pose a threat to us. It may be hostile now that it's been walled off for so long, and that ice, behind that ice wall. So there's been a lot of talk about this fake alien invasion that's allegedly about to start to happen. People have even talked about it, obviously, at the mall in Miami, where people claim they saw aliens and they recorded them and the footage just somehow just disappeared. So there's something more sinister going on than we think. Let me get a little bit more. Okay, I'm getting a true crime oracle card. We have organized crime. There's a lot of shadow figures here. These are people showing up as human beings, but that could be, like I said, the powers that should not be. We have weaponized fear. Fear is a weapon and right now is aimed directly at the collective mind. Recognize the difference between genuine caution and engineered panic. You decide which signal to amplify. And at the bottom of the deck, we have a staged event. So they're planning to stage something, y'all. Not every crisis is what it appears to be. Some events are carefully crafted performances designed to shape public perception and steer collective action. So they're trying to control the way we're viewing this. But whatever's back there, I actually think it has a wealth of knowledge, intelligence. And I believe that on some level it's to help humanity, but they could have weaponized it against us. They could have angered it by keeping it back there for so long, but it could also just be naturally dangerous. I don't think the answer is as clear-cut as I want it to be, but I do strongly feel that whatever's back there actually holds a lot of information that could benefit humanity, and they're trying to trick us into believing that it's something against us. But instead, the Antichrist could be, let me go back, because they keep talking about the Antichrist coming at the end times, right? Well, this Antichrist card spoke to something else. Oh, I'm not able to find it. It says the Antichrist could be an arch friend or a demon or supreme adversary of good. But I'm wondering if this could be how they're going to trick us with some kind of false messiah. And I'm going to talk about a project. I don't want to say it on here because I don't know if I can. I'll just spell it. Project, and it's BLUEBEAM. 2 separate words. So if y'all know what that is, you will understand what I'm speaking of. If you don't, go look into it. Because I strongly believe that maybe what's about to happen here, maybe a projection of a fake Christ is somehow connected to this. I do want to look and see, how is this connected, if at all, to CERN? How is this connected, if at all, to CERN? It says it's connected. Wow. It says it's linked, is joined, is related, attached, associated, and affiliated. You can't make that up. We have ambivalent, conflicted, undecided, torn, uncertain, mixed, contradictory feelings, mixed feelings in two minds. Okay, so it's some kind of convoluted way that it is connected. We have competition. So some kind of, the energy feels to be competing with CERN. It says conflicts and struggles, a contest or a rivalry, tournament, a race or a match, opposition, vying or striving against others. So they're in conflict with each other, which is what it just said. They're connected, but they're in conflict. There's a competition. What else? We have habitual, something done or practiced or experienced repeatedly or out of a force of habit. So they keep intentionally trying to go up against this energy. You know, I really strongly believe what they're doing now is they protected themselves for as long as they wanted to, and now they've created their underground bunkers, and I think they're melting the ice wall so that whatever's over there can come out and maybe harm us, allegedly, and they'll stay, you know, in their bunkers safe. At least they believe they'll be safe until they can find a way to combat it, or maybe they have something in place to combat it, maybe some type of atomic level event. Or maybe they even know something is coming that's going to be able to eradicate that problem. But we are just pawns on the chessboard. We have an overlord here, a supreme ruler. So in connection to CERN, it's showing up as a master or a lord who holds power over the other lower ranking lords. A historic feudal superior. Wow. A powerful industry leader or a tyrannical boss. And we have observe. So whatever CERN was created to observe, to watch carefully, to obey a rule, and to celebrate an event or make a formal remark. We have is centered, is grounded, and we have a detractor here. Critics, naysayers, skeptics, disparagers, denigrators, and fault finders. And we have moral decay. So some kind of way, all of this is just connected to the way it seems like everybody is, I don't know, people seem weird to me nowadays. I don't know if you all feel that, but it just seems like, especially after 2020, you know, the situation that happened in 2020, it seems like it could be the jab that everybody got, but it just seems like everybody changed. So it says we are normalizing unacceptable behaviors in society. We have lost social trust and integrity. We have deteriorating cultural shifts and a lack of ethics, standards, and core values. Wow. So CERN, again, is showing up as attached. And we have higher vibration. So, and then we have a patent. Copyright, license, trademark. Maybe that they're trying to even colonize. Maybe they're trying to wait something out, let something play out, and then they'll move over to Antarctica and try to colonize that. It says they are deploying. They are positioning troops and putting resources in action, or to launch software for use, to move soldiers or weapons into battle position, to use resources, money, or staff in an effective way, to install and launch a new computer system, and you know CERN is shut down right now, or an app, to open or spread out like an airbag or a parachute. So they're using CERN. We have a transformer, a modifier, and a catalyst, and we have energy harvesting. Wow. To capture, convert, and store ambient energy from the environment, us, the collective, into usable power for something else, emotional or mental drainage. Wow. They're using us. We're like the bait. We're the bait while they're fishing. It feels like they're fishing for something that's over there and they're using us as bait. Let's get a little bit of tarot. Spirit, do they call themselves hiding from this in their underground bunkers? Do they know something is coming with this ice wall melting? Yes, we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Strength card. And we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is the powers that shouldn't be. And we also have some fighting here with the Five of Wands. There's absolutely, yeah, they're laughing at us. We have the Three of Cups here. They get a kick out of it, but they are nervous because they don't know if their plan is going to work because it's the first time they're going to be trying this. But the Ten of Pentacles talks about the blue-blooded elite, those with power and affluence, and they're going to be cheering and celebrating while they watch us play the Hunger Games in this Five of Wands. Is that what the flock cameras are all about? Is that what the flock cameras are all about? They want us fighting with each other. They want a race war. They want people fighting. They want us to be in a survival of the fittest atmosphere. So is this about the flock cameras? We have the King of Wands. That's the yes. This is all about ego. We have the Seven of Cups. So they feel like they're telling us the flock cameras are there for one reason, but they're actually there for another. They're pulling. This is smoke and mirrors. They're pulling the wool over our eyes, and they get a kick out of this. This is all driven by ego. We have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, and this is them surveilling us from the sky, being able to see us no matter where we go. We have the Lovers, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is something that's been in the works for a while. So what is their end game? What is the end goal? What is their end game here? We have the Queen of Pentacles to rule again. They're just patiently waiting with the Three of Wands. There's something with the Divine Feminine. We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. And then the Three of Wands is here. Has something to do with, I feel like Mother Earth is what I'm getting from Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. So they are planning to scorch the earth. They want destruction on the earth so that they can, and they want us blind to it. We have the Two of Swords here. We have the sun. So again, the sun is melting. The sun heating up is helping to melt that ice wall. And they're doing magic on us. We have the Magician. Yeah, so this is warfare. This is spiritual warfare. And they are attacking the feminine principle, the divine feminine principle, including Mother Earth. Will they be successful? No, they won't. We have the Five of Cups. It says loss, grief, sorrow, disappointment, despair, problems, and pessimism. No, and this is water energy, so there could be something that happens that backfires with the water or the sun. Mother Earth is going to win. Ace of Pentacles is still standing. It's the Earth still being, it's going to be fine. Now, I don't know what's going to happen to us as the collective. I do feel like there will be collateral damage because this is a well thought out plan. However, and the Magician is a well thought out plan, but the Five of Cups tells me they will not get what they want. They will not get what they want. The Earth will fight back. We have the Ace of Swords. That's the war right there. And we have the Seven of Wands, which is the Earth fighting back. Yeah, they're not going to win this. They're going to try to colonize some other planet at some point. These people are just sick. They're sick. Yeah, Mother Earth is here, the Empress and the Temperance card, so all balance will be restored. The universe is looking out for Mother Earth. Mother Earth will not be destroyed by whatever they're planning to do. They may get a false victory, but it will not be an actual victory. Yeah, you have the Devil here and the Ten of Wands. So this is going to actually turn out to be a disaster for them. And we have the Four of Cups here, which is rejection of their plan, and the Eight of Swords. They're going to spiritual jail. We have the Tower here with the Seven of Pentacles, again, trying to destroy and scorch the earth. But the High Priestess is here, that's the spirit realm, and is sending in one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse here with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the war horseman. He comes to bring war. So the universe and the earth will be fighting that. And we have the Death card, another card of one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. This is spiritual warfare, y'all. This is spiritual warfare. They will not get the victory that they think they're going to get. They will get a temporary success, and then they will fail. All right, so just do whatever you need to do to get your house in order. Make sure you have things in place to prepare for some kind of cataclysmic event. Not to fearmonger. We don't live in fear. We just live in preparation. So do the things you need to do to prepare yourself for whatever you can control. What you can't control, you can't. But I do feel like there's a lot of intelligence over there. I feel like there's a wealth of knowledge over there, and they don't want us to know. Whatever's over there could actually help humanity, but they are tricking us into believing that it's against us when it really is against them, which is why they are going to hide, not us. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. Like, comment, and subscribe.